into the great PE funds. So you say, well, what if I use the stock market instead of cash? Well, first of all, it still returns less than PE. Plus, with stocks, you have crash risk. And then you have a situation where if the market crashes at the very juiciest time when you would most like to put money to work in PE, you don't have capital to put to work because your liquidity buffer just got smashed by a market crash. So that's a terrible situation to be in. So some people have tried to compromise with a 60-40 portfolio. But the problem is 60-40 is really troubled. And in fact, I'm working on a new research paper on this subject with my colleague, Luis Becerra, probably the world's expert on 60-40 and stock bond correlation and related matters. You know, you look back over the last 50 years and you say, my gosh, 60-40 is amazing. It's returned almost as much as stocks, but with much, much less volatility. In fact, over the last 50 years, there's only been 1 year, 2008, when you even had a double-digit loss on the 60-40 as a whole for the year. And even that year wasn't that bad. So 60-40 has delivered great performance without much risk. What's not to like? Well, the problem is looking ahead does not seem at all like looking backward. First of all, on a forward-looking basis, are you going to get the 9% that 60-40 delivered over the last half century? I think that's exceptionally unlikely. Now, again, I don't know what's going to happen next month or next year. I'm not making those kind of forecasts. But I can tell you with confidence that over the next generation, over the next 30 years, there is no way the 60-40 mix can deliver 9% annual returns or anything remotely like it. Look, you know what you're going to get on 30-year bonds. They pay 2%. So you're going to get 2%. Right? I mean, you could get less if they default, but let's assume they don't default, you're going to make 2%. And what about stocks? Well, they're priced to return probably about 5%. I would say the optimists are at 5%, the pessimists are even lower. So you take a weighted average of that, you're in the 3s, right? If you're an RIA, you're looking at your clients getting even less because they're going to take the RIA fee off of that. They're going to be very unhappy clients when they're getting 2.5%, 3% a year instead of the 9% a year they've seen in the past. But that's not the worst part of 60-40. The worst part of 60-40 is the crash risk. See, historically, the reason 60-40s never crashed is because when your stocks crashed, your bonds protected you.